Hello, Pisces. Venus is in conjunct Neptune, along with a new moon in Gemini on the 16th. And on the 22nd, Jupiter is trine Venus. This is the day after the solstice. The summer solstice is on the 21st of June in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, the winter solstice is on the 21st of June. Now, let's see how your ruling planets of Jupiter and Neptune affect you this month, Pisces. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Pisces angel, Amethyst, who resides over your mutable water nature, and these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, the most important, the priority, the love transmission. The mighty archangel Gabriel, who is the guardian angel over all things that are watery or emotion, the three water signs in the Zodiac. He's the one to pray to for guardian angel questions and issues. Now, regarding your teaching angel, that's specific for you, Pisces, your immutable water aspect. Now, this month, there is a full moon in Sagittarius on the 16th. Now, how that's going to affect you in particular, Pisces, is that it's going to cause an increase in your psychic abilities, your psychic powers, if you will, your ESP. It's going to cause you to have that sixth sense of extrasensory perception. Now, a lot of people are wondering, are psychic powers the same thing as magic? Well, not exactly, because psychic powers are the ability to understand what's happened, what will happen, what is happening. It's the ability to understand patterns and see patterns and sort of not predict, but more be centered in the current energy. And then that way, no matter what you do, you're right on time with everything because you're centered in the now. When you're centered in the now, the future becomes easy, not to predict, but to know, because it's what you intend. And this is taught in the Zohar, that yes, there are two different facets of masculine and feminine, projection and reception. Yes, there's psychic abilities where you can perceive things, and then there's magical abilities where you can influence things. They call it remote viewing and remote influencing. They call it psychic powers or magical powers. One is to be able to sense, to receive information through vision or hearing or whatnot, and the other is able to project information. Now, in reality, we do both. And if you center yourself in the now, then you understand that your future is projected from within, from the part of yourself that is attuned to God within. And if you simply inhale and close your eyes and exhale and open your eyes, you see it gives you your sensibilities of how you create your reality. And what you want to do is try to make that as productive and positive as you can. Because we are in every moment manifesting our own realities and are as within, so without. So we don't want to blame other people for anything happening. We want to take responsibility for everything that is happening. And that's what makes a person a Christian or not a Christian, is a person who takes responsibility is a Christian for everything that happens to them, because they understand that they're responsible every day rather than blaming others, and they understand everything is within. Now, on the 16th, we have a new moon in Gemini, and for you and other water signs, instead of other people being able to persuade you, as might happen with some other signs and other elements, or elementals in the Zodiac, the fire and air and earth. With water, which is a very feminine aspect, with this aspect, instead of you being persuaded by others, Pisces, you'll find that you'll be able to persuade them. And what you'll want to do is kind of, you'll find that they'll be parroting what you say. And you'll want that. You want them to say what you say, to be like you. Now, some people become offended when somebody parrots what they say. But those same people are the ones who want people to be just like them. So right here we have to differentiate. Do you want someone to believe and agree with everything you say? Or do you want them to stand in opposition to you? And because you're mutable water, you can kind of attenuate that to your liking. And because if someone's completely mirroring everything you do, then it just becomes annoying. But at that point, you understand that that's just another facet of you. So we want to try to move to the next level and go a little bit beyond duality in our emotional relationships. We want to go to the point where we understand that God's permutation is one, and that there is a trinary aspect that bypasses the dualistic nature of life, and that is indeed the goal of the new human or the transhuman movement, is to bring humans beyond duality into a new framework where there are, it's not that nothing is different or that there's no diversity, but the dualities don't have to be so severe. We want to lessen the severity, because correction, self-correction is necessary at all times. We're not here to correct others, we're here to correct ourselves. And as we correct ourselves in our emotional relationships, in our love relationships, as we learn how to not get angry, as we learn how to keep ourselves calm, and do what we know needs to be done, because you know what's right and you know what's wrong in every moment. If you do what you know is right, your life's going to benefit greatly. So this is how we want to move through the particular vicissitudes of June and the solstice, again, the summer solstice in the north and the winter solstice in the south. Now, a lot of Pisces might want to understand the idea of mentalism and understand, like, there's mind control methods. There's been mind control methods around forever. They're ancient. And again, trying to control other people is not really necessary. Trying to control yourself, correct yourself, is what is the best thing to do, because when you correct yourself, you change how you train others to treat you. Because everything we do is a defense mechanism and trains other people how we want them to treat us. Either, we have on-off switches. And as we correct ourselves, we make our on-off switches more like those things which we read about in the various scriptures of the world. So what you want to do is keep your mind grounded in your own scriptures. Whatever scriptures you're into, adhere by those scriptures. Whatever scientific discipline you're into, adhere by that. Pick a method and adhere to it, and it will help you in your personal relationships. Because if you allow your personal relationships to be sloppy, then they're going to become toxic. And you're a water sign, and you don't want them to become toxic. So you want to detoxify your emotions and your emotional love relationships in June, Pisces. And this is a good month because, right now, Jupiter is direct in Leo. So you're going to be finding things a little bit easier for you. And this brings us into Amethyst money transmission. Amethyst money transmission, again, this is a month, June, that is good for your auspicious good luck, your good fortune. It's a good month to feel lucky. The old saying, I'm feeling lucky. Or are you feeling lucky? Well, yes, you are. And you wake up every morning and you show gratitude for your abundance. You show gratitude for all that you have to offer. You show gratitude for the riches that God has bestowed upon you. And you use these riches to make your life happy and comfortable and healthy, and the life of those around you the lives of those around you, depending on how many people, as beneficial as possible. And you have to keep the center thankful and abundant. You can't be in misery and help other people. You can't be unhealthy in your finances and help other people. You have to be healthy in your own finances. Then you can give and help others where you see fit. And that is what you have been given money to do, is to make sure you and yours is fine. Then your family, of course. Then your particular tribe or, group, whatever group you've associated yourself with, like your church, you want to give to your church. You want to make sure you're giving to those around you. And, but you don't want to give to the point where your center, yourself, has nothing. A physician, heal thyself. A person must be financially healthy, and then a person can give to others. Again, not a good idea to give at your own expense, because then you'll end up resenting people, and then you end up becoming ill. Because resentment causes all manner of difficult illnesses. So you want to, again, detoxify the finances as well, and make sure that you understand that money is a blessing from God, not something to hate. When they say the love of money is the root of all evil, if you're worshiping money, of course. But if you're utilizing money for God's good purpose, then it becomes a good thing. Then it becomes a proper tool. Now, for Abnitziel's health transmission for you, Pisces, there could be some difficulties with maybe some hypertension, high blood pressure, or some foot problems. Also, you want to be careful of the lymphatic system. And you want to balance your fluid and electrolytes, and you want to balance your chakras and your energy centers. You want to make sure that you don't, if you're in the northern hemisphere, well, because of the summer solstice, it's not so bad because you're water, so you won't get too much yin energy because of the summer solstice. But in the southern hemisphere, because the moon is exalted and the sun is not in the southern hemisphere in the winter solstice, too much yin could be difficult. So you want to make sure that wherever you are balancing. You might want to talk to a licensed acupuncturist regarding your yang and yin qi. You might want to talk to an Ayurvedic specialist, doctor, licensed Ayurvedic physician, who are very good with knowing how you should treat the different temperaments of the body and how you should build the foods. There's a lot of very good alternative medicine cures, for lack of a better word, for many things that ail you. So you might want to talk to a naturopathic physician, an allopathic physician that knows about these alternative modalities and utilizes them. So a naturopath, a homeopath, an allopath that's up with all of these things, an upbeat one that knows about these kind of things and can mix and mingle various forms of medicine. Again, an acupuncturist or a licensed chiropractor. And Chinese chiropractors schooled in the ancient technique are especially helpful. All right, so you might want to check with somebody, because chakra work can be dangerous, because the chakras have an exit in the back and you can come in through the front of the chakra, or it can circulate this way. Many times when it comes to our heart chakra, we're pushing and needing but pushing away, needing but pushing away. We need to see that person who are afraid of hurting us in front of us and breathe that person through the chakra. Rather than resisting that person, breathe them through, and you can circulate it this way. That can be done in all the chakras, and it's very intense, so be careful. It's very intense when you do these exercises, because you have to be sure enough about yourself to know you can handle that energy, and once you let that energy through, you're going to feel a lot better. So remember, you want to check with a Qigong master or some kind of martial arts expert, or Qi master or yoga specialist, but you want to make sure that you know how to circulate, and you want to maybe read some of Drenvelo Melchizedek's books on these subjects, which are very good. A lot of good information in these brotherhoods, like the Melchizedek order, is something that you want to become very familiar with. And a lot of our symbols, like in the Catholic Church, they have the P with the X. You know, that secret is shown in this book, and The Flower of Life by Dremfel Melchizedek. He shows you how that is an energy system you can use, and you can modify your chi. There's also the 6 Tibetan rites. All 6 of them will bring back more of a youthful quality. But again, we don't want to quote President Obama, make perfect the enemy of good. We don't want to make perfect the enemy of good. So if you can't do all 6 Tibetan rites, at least do 5. And if you can't do 21 of each, if one of them is hurting you, like maybe the leg raises part is hurting your back, do a little less of those and more of the other ones. You understand. Do what you can do. Again, don't make perfect the enemy of good, to quote President Obama. Okay. All right, Pisces. So get with these different modalities and begin self-healing and detoxify in a healthy, not too, we don't want to get too toxic. So sometimes when you detox, you become toxic because it kind of is a purge of the body with various types of liquids and diets. You don't want to go overboard. Want to keep it more gentle. All right. Now to go over some of your planetary facets, Pisces. We want to go over some of the aspects that we've highlighted that we feel are beneficial for you. First, we have Jupiter is currently direct in Leo. Again, that's going to make you fortunate in money matters. On the 2nd, full moon in Sagittarius. And that will increase your psychic abilities. On the 5th, Mars sextile Jupiter. On the 8th, Sun sextile Jupiter. On the 16th, new moon in Gemini. That's going to make you want to learn how to persuade others. Remember, control yourself or others will. On the 22nd, Jupiter trine Uranus. Now Neptune on the 16th, because you're ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. On the 16th, Venus is in conjunct Neptune, in conjunct. And on the 23rd, Mercury is square Neptune. And this is where these facets and aspects and transits is where we got the information from to, of course, filter through your guardian angel Gabriel that gives you the gift of Gab, and your Pisces angel Omniziel. Thank you for joining us, Pisces. I'm Pastor Rosamond, Astrology Angel, and join us again next month.